Well, I've got my hands on the NBA trophy, the Larry O'Brien trophy. This is what all the NBA teams are going to be going for after the playoffs. It still smells a little bit like beer and champagne. And I tell you what, it's really heavy. One person I'm going to make jealous is Chris Sheridan from hoops.com. Chris, I've got my hands on this, but you know who's best placed to maybe take this trophy. What about Miami? Can they go for the three-peat?
Well, they're going for the three-peat. It's very rare to get a three-peat, Nick. It was done by Michael Jordan and the Chicago Bulls twice during the 1990s, and then a few years later it was done by the LA Lakers when they had Shaquille O'Neal and Kobe Bryant playing together. But prior to that, you have to go all the way back to the middle 1960s when the Boston Celtics had their dynasty going to find a team that has been able to three-peat. A lot of teams have gotten 2 titles in a row and gone for a third and come up a little bit short. The big question going into this postseason is, does Miami have enough left in the tank and with the same guys, basically the same core, to pull off what they've been able to pull off for the last 2 seasons? And my quick answer is yes, of course they do. And my longer answer is, well, wait a minute. This is a team that lost 28 games during the regular season. This is a team that sat Dwayne Wade out for 28 games during the regular season. Last year, they had a 27-game winning streak going into the playoffs. This year, nothing of the kind like it. So they're not as sharp as they were a year ago, but they're a year older and a year wiser, and we'll see which of those makes the bigger difference.
All right, well, it is heavy, and if LeBron James and co can't lift it, who then is best placed to challenge Miami?
Well, the team that probably should have won it last year, that's the San Antonio Spurs. For those who don't remember, the Spurs had Game 6 of the NBA Finals almost completely locked up. But Coach Greg Popovich had his 3 best players, Tim Duncan, Manu Ginobili, and Tony Parker, on the bench in the final 30 seconds when the Miami Heat made a dramatic and spectacular comeback to even that series at 3 games apiece. Then they went on to win it in Game 7. I'll tell you, though, the San Antonio Spurs won 19 straight games this season. That was the longest winning streak in the NBA during the season. But Game 20, they lost to the Oklahoma City Thunder. That's a team that beat them 4 times in 4 tries. Also, the Houston Rockets beat them 4 times in 4 tries. So the Spurs look like the best team record-wise, but there are a couple teams that have their number. I'd say this year, Nick, it's as wide open as it's ever been.
All right, Chris Sheridan there giving us a nice wrap-up of the NBA playoff series. And for all our viewers out there, keep up live with the NBA playoffs, scores and results on our website, bbc.com.au.